So, hi team, I hope you are well, fine and good. So, in this video lecture, we'll be having a discussion on CVE 2026 0234. That is all about the critical vulnerabilities in Palo Alto Cortex. That is, even we can start saying XSOAR and XSIAM Microsoft Team integration. So let us discuss about this vulnerability in details, and we'll be having each and everything prior to discussion. We'll be having the keywords that are important for our understanding. So coming to the vulnerability, right? So the vulnerability 2026 0234 is a very high severity security plunge, okay, which is even been discovered in the Microsoft Team integration of Palo Alto Cortex XO. Along with that, it's also been identified in XM platform, okay, Cortex XM platform. So when we discuss about these two platforms, which are widely used, widespreadly used by security professionals, SOC analysts, and SOC and incident response teams, and along with that, incident response automation, threat detection, and orchestration teams. Okay, so the flans which actually starts allowing unauthenticated attacks, no login required. Along with that, it starts gaining access to sensitive data and also modifies protected resources, making it extremely very dangerous. Coming to the threat score, or we can start saying CVSS score, which is stands at 9.2, and the user interaction required is stands at 0, privilege required is 0. So which finally, in a very layman's picture, if we start saying, it eventually means that you can exploit it remotely, silently, without any sort of credential. So this is the overall picture about this vulnerabilities. Coming to the next slide, it is all about the root cause. That is all about discussing about the cryptographic signature validation failure. So why the cryptographic signature validation failure uh, has been placed here? Because actually the thing, whenever this kind of signature failure occurs, there will not be any sort of detection comes into your sim platform whenever this failure occurs. That is the main cause of this attacks or vulnerability. Coming to the improper verification of cryptographic signature, the root cause lies in incorrect validation of cryptographic signature. Why? Because the cryptographic signature actually acts like a digital trust seal. Okay, it's a seal because it ensures the data integrity. Along with that, it confirms the sender authenticity, and it prevents the tampering of the data. Along with that, coming what went wrong. So here the Microsoft Team integration in Cortex has failed to properly validate incoming signature. Okay, so it trust forged or manipulated signature and accepts malicious request as legitimate. Okay, so it actually, what it does is that it actually allows attacker to gain trust. Okay, and it, and here eventually that attacker can attacker gain the privileges with this. Okay, so that's how the accepted malicious request as a legitimate request been done. Okay, so it eventually allows the attacker to spoof trusted systems. Okay, authentication completely. Okay, so this is what the wrong went. Okay, or the situation which went out of control among the security professionals. So technical attack flow, when we discuss about the technical attack flow, which is step by step exploitation, here I have mentioned. So how the attacker exploits the vulnerability: one is he identify the target. Okay, the organization Cortex XOR team integration. Along with that, he crafted malicious request, forger cryptographic signature. Then after signature spoofing has been done, then authentication bypass. Okay, just like no login required, no MFA required, no credential required, then he eventually leads to unauthorized access. Okay, so then it finally gives a persistence and manipulation of the data. So this is the overall attack flow. Next is all about the affected components and versions. What are the different versions which comes into bit? of this attack. One is affected products. Okay, so when we discuss about the affected products, the Cortex XO team or Microsoft Team integration, Cortex Microsoft Team XSIM Microsoft Team integration vulnerability version is stands at 1.5.0, 1.5.5.1. Fixed version is all about 5.2 plus. So upgrade is very crucial and mandatory because no workload exit organization running any version between 1.5.0 and 1.5.5.1 of Microsoft Team integration for Cortex XOR or Cortex XSIMs are fully exposed to critical vulnerability. Okay, along with that, it immediate patching to version 1.5.5.2 plus is the only remediation path available. Then impact analysis, why it is very crucial or that is critical, why it is eventually been critical, because this vulnerability can completely compromise the organization defense system. Okay, why? Because unauthorized data access followed by data manipulation, shock, blindness, suppressed alert, hide ongoing attack, mislead analyst. Okay, so this is the shock. Blindness can occur. Coming to unauthorized data, it actually read incident report, view the threat intelligence, access internal logs, data manipulation, modifies the alert, change security playbooks, alert investigation result. Coming to the communication tampering, it modifies the messages, inject false alert, disrupt response coordination. Along with that, coming to the last is all about the data exfiltration because it extracts sensitive enterprise data, leaks security configuration. Coming to the six, all about the attack characteristics. So security perspective, if we start saying, so parameters and values. When we discuss about the parameters, like attack type is all about remote, authentication is not been required, user interaction none. Then followed by complexity is very high, and coming to the impact, it stands at high. Let me take my cursor to explain you. It stands at very high or CIA trait. So even though the complexity is very high, lack of authentication make it attractive for advanced attacks. So CIA trade, when we discuss about, it stands at high, all about 100%. So real world risk scenario. So we have to discuss about the real world risk scenario as well here, because the SOC uses like Cortex plus Teams are alert, normal operation like alert monitoring incident through the integrated platform. Attacker exploits the vulnerability, gain access to the incident dashboard, delete or modifies the alert. SOC analysts think, SOC analysts actually think that everything is normal, but meanwhile the attack continues, data exfiltration, lateral movement persists. Okay, so this creates a very false sense of security attack, so which is very highly or extremely very dangerous, folks. So then after, when we discuss about the important keywords or analysis, we have to know about the keywords which are very important. So here I will be pausing it for you, just I will read it out, you have to make your notes such that you will be having all the detailed explanation about each and every concepts displayed here. Vulnerability 10 here I have displayed. Technical concepts which I have already stated here. Security platforms that are been plays a vital role in this, and attack techniques like what are the military attack technique that has been used here. SOC relevant keywords have been highlighted here. So all about the detection and hunting strategies, or if even we can start seeing about the stock level. So one is log monitoring. Okay, if we start querying in Microsoft Sentinel, you will be having this query where operation name contains teams, where activity status is succeed, where caller is trusted source. So log monitoring is very necessary indicator. IOSIS is very required for alerting purpose, and if even though if you place a keyword, or we can say start saying, if you whitelist those things, that is very critical. But if we place the IOSIS in a list for detection, then it will be very important. Then after behavior detections, a sudden change in alert pattern, then missing alerts and usual automation execution. Then Final slide is all about the mitigation and remediation steps. So immediate action required for upgradation. Security hardening is very required. Apply trace privilege access, restrict API endpoints, validate the integration permission. Monitoring is very required. Enable deep logging, audit team integration traffic, prevent measures like zero trust architecture, API authentication enforcement, and finally we'll be having a very important remediation is all about the digital signature validation check. So no workaround exit patching is very important here. So let me end the slides here. It's here itself for you folks. So thank you for giving your precious time.